Hi you guys, my name is Jessica Diaz, and today the issue I'm going to be talking about that I researched is about the recent bill that had been passed last month in Texas called the Heartbeat Act. And some of the inequalities / consequences that exist with this issue is that a woman only has 6 weeks to safely get an abortion in her state, but 6 weeks isn't really enough time for a woman to get this procedure. And to further back that up is in a quote by Healthline.com's article called "How Early Can You Hear a Baby's Heartbeat on an Ultrasound or by Ear?" is a fetal heartbeat may first be detected in a vaginal ultrasound as early as 5.5 to 6 weeks after gestation. That's when a fetal pulse, the first visible sign of a developing embryo, can be sometimes seen, but between 6.5 to 7 weeks after gestation, a heartbeat can be better assessed, just letting us know that 6 weeks isn't really a reliable time for a woman to even know that she's pregnant at all. It's better seen 6.5 to 7 weeks after. And the political parties or the people initiating and promoting this current event is Republican senators in Texas, knowing that Texas is predominantly a Republican state. And the governor there, Greg Abbott, had signed for this to be passed in Texas overall, but they do also have sponsors for people that were encouraging this for this to happen. Some of these companies that we may know are State Farm, AT&T, Union Pacific, Chevron, and United Health Group are just some to name. And this is being proposed to stop abortions after the 6-week mark, and meaning that women would have to carry out their full term of pregnancy. And this issue is happening at a state and federal level, in my opinion, due to this issue was happening in Texas, which is here in the United States, but on a federal level, people in the United States government are finding ways to get involved, and this has caught a lot of attention from many people all over the country, even just besides local news. And this issue or this bill had first began when it was introduced as the Heartbeat Act in May 11th of 2021, but gained its most attraction just for being passed in September 1st of 2021. And this issue really impacts all races and ethnicities that are women that have uteruses, and this especially can affect a lot of lower class women in Texas. In a Vox article, it states, quote, "Then there's the money. An unexpected $500 cost is a serious problem for many in Texas, where the minimum wage is still $7.25 an hour." And then, quote, "I've talked to so many people who are like, if we didn't hear it from you, I was either choosing between this procedure and my rent," Ward said, end quote. The cost of the procedure alone is a lot, and for someone to accumulate that much money and even then not have sufficient time to get an ultrasound, make an appointment, then pay for the procedure, of course the option of driving out of state, getting a hotel, and getting someone to take care of any pets or a family at home is an option, but all that is a lot of money to think about. And aside from the procedure, of course, someone with money wouldn't have to worry about all these issues, but for those who don't, which is a lot of people, it's a really big issue, and getting a safe abortion is really important, rather than people taking them in their own hands and not making it safe. And I feel like this issue impacts me personally, like indirectly and directly, just because I am a woman, and to know something that were to happen to me and I didn't have the right to choose what I wanted to be done with my body and carry out with something I feel like I wasn't ready for would be really unfortunate. And as far as the impact on the issue of myself too, is I haven't had one personally, but I do know people who have, and many people I know have been like physically assaulted or sexually assaulted, and all these things left unreported or untreated could have led into unwanted pregnancies and something that they couldn't take care of. But also they had parents on them to, tell them that this is something that couldn't even consider, which isn't even fair considering that it is their own body. So I feel like all these things should be taken into consideration, and women have rights to their own choices to their body. And thank you guys.